Hello, welcome to my channel, Arc Dragonblade. How you guys doing? Okay? Chill? Bored? Well, hope this boredness will solve your craving. Something unique, something different for a change. And we're gonna do a DIY project. I did say that, right? Roll some B footage here. And not as great and elegant, but hey, I'm learning doing this setup. So just bear with me. So we have a Zotac computer case. I will throw the specs on the side, what type of graphic card, RAM, etc. And we're gonna install RBG lighting strip. Delicious. I could see the hate and the love for it. It's only 3 foot and power 5 volts. So I'm gonna show you why I went this route. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the case. And you notice a little model ribbon on there. Zocase don't have this typical mod or this add-on. I did. Basically, it's weather stripping. I just add on the side because I know it's got a big gap on the side of the glass panel. So I'll go ahead and put those on. It has two purposes: help the airflow a little bit better from the case from the other side, and also dampening some of the audio coming bleeding out of the edge on the panel as well. So that's why I done it. So I'm getting my trusty power back with my LD light strip or stick or whatever you want to call it, and I'm gonna probably set up, a routing on the edge of the case. So I'm just pre-planning what I wanted to do. Not pull up the sticker yet, because still you need to clean it. So the items you go use is alcohol. Good old alcohol. And something to wipe it off. It's not sterilized, it just helps the adhesive or the sticky side of the RBG lighting stick really good, so it won't peel off over time. Pretty much you're kind of prepping for paint, kind of. So hear me just prep the surface and cleaning it. Really is where you want to lay out the strip at. That's the area you want to clean, or unless you want to go all clean freak mode. That's up to you, not me. But I'm cleaning the general area I want to stick the RBG lighting strip. So I'm just prepping it how the light run. So this is gonna take a moment and me cleaning up. Okay, I think we're on the next step now. Just before you peel it off, you just want to run and see, what's the best option where you want to run your RBG lighting strip. So I'm just picking the general area. So I'm thinking about more the edge, so it light up the case pretty well, illumination. So I'm just figuring out, see how much links I need to add or trim off, because I do have more RBG lighting strip does in case I want to add more. So I'm just laying it out, see roughly the ideal what the layout will go be. Hear me just running up the side of the panel, running up in the corners. Sorry, the camera angle is not that great. You can see my hairy arm. Kind of funny, I'm only half Asian, I'm this hairy, but anyway. Admire my hairy arms. So I'm trying to figure out this point, like, okay, let's go up in this corner and run it out of the power supply. And then at this point, I think about this not gonna work, because it doesn't have all the fans yet, and I'd really like, I'm gonna add about 4 more fans in the near future. So I noticed this is a fan shroud, so I'll have to service them. If I run the RBG lighting through this, I had to pull out the RBG lighting strip off of it to gain access to it. And I'm down by myself, okay, this is gonna be a little annoying how this case design is. So I'm thinking about let's route the other way, because you know I want to make it easy, maintenance wise, easy access in this panel right here. So I'm thinking about other pathway to run the RBG lighting strip. So I'm like, okay, maybe think just a moment. Maybe get some of it pre-stall and then run the other route I'm thinking. So I'm debating, so I run in the other side or wherever. But the best place I think of is right in the pretty much the back empty wall here. So along the edge of it, not on the very edge, because it still have screw heads. It doesn't show in this video. I kind, like I say, not very good with camera angles, so bear with me on that one. So I have my idea where I run the RBG lighting strip. So I'm along the edge, on the on the window edge, and then go inwards in the case, and then on the side in the back panel. So get it set up and let it run strip that way. Yes, I'm gonna make sure I'm not too close to the RBG lighting. Get, moving this panel out, because it only hold 2 screws. Well, technically it's 3. So I'm gonna make sure it have plenty of room to, you take out the panel and then etc. So I'm just running on the, almost close on the, on the edge of the panel, on the glass panel, but not on the edge on the fence route. That doesn't make any sense, or wherever that panel is. So now finally we could take out the pieces off, or the protective pieces off, and I need to find something because I have no nails. So the pliers will work. Just peel it right off because I had no nails at all. So this took a moment to peel it off. I finally got it. I'll make sure I tuck this bad boy right underneath there. Get some light over here so you can see what I'm doing. At least I have good lighting apparently. It looked good enough. You can see what I'm doing. Especially, all the hair on my arms. God damn it. Maybe adjust the camera. This is a one-man show. Yeah, this is... If I had to sew this, it'd be done in matter in minutes. I want to say, because this whole process only took about really like 30 minutes, but filming this, it doubled, nearly tripled the time frame. That's like 4 times. Because it took me about 4 hours to get this, installment and few other mods I'm about to do to it. But for entertainment content, and a little bit, so what I could do to the world, I guess. Something simple, not too complex, something simple and something easy mod people could, and do themselves. That's why I done it. For the views. Since how to maintain the PS4 look pretty juicy views, it's like, I guess I could do the RBG lighting strip. Because this case don't have any. I'm kind of surprised. This is a gaming 2 case, but I got this for free. Thanks to Steven. I goddamn close up on my hairy arms. But you can't hardly see the RBG lighting strip I'm laying down. That's a good thing, because you don't want to see it from that point of view, because you kind of want to hit it off. You just want that glow. You don't want it beaming in your eye. But sadly, the other half of it will be beaming your eye. But at least this glass panel is tinted, so it should be a lot easier. So this one kind of wish I have like a 90-degree bend in the strip, or the little attachment they sell on Wish or eBay. I wish I have some of those. I use them all up. So I kind of had to not pinch it, or just kind of do like a long curve. Because if you pinch it, you kind of pinch up some of the resistor or the LD light module off, or the RBG light module off the solder points. So you make sure you don't pinch it, because if you do, you wonder why one of your RBG lighting's not lighting up, or one you have a dead bulb or LD module. So I'm not gonna put it too close up in it. I'm just gonna put it on the edge towards the air intake on the bottom is. So I'm gonna run it on the side here, and then moving all the way. Damn it, camera angles. All the way on the edge on this side, not covering the screw holes, because I still need access to that panel of the fan shrouds. So each case is different. Mine was, well, it's not mine. This is gonna be donated to my friend. This whole case is be donated to my friend Gabe, playing, you know, some of the videos you see in gaming, like Apex and stuff. This would be his case. Pretty much this is a donation from me to him. His late birthday present for me to him. It's like, you should be me one. No, this is one I got from a friend. Don't need it anymore. So he gave it to me because I transferred the other, all the hardware off that case to the other case he wanted to transfer for payment. He gave me this. So I use this, like, okay, cool, because I'm not going to really use it. I like the case, but it's a little too small in my application. And I don't like the thermal of this case either. But it was a 710 graphic card, not going to pump out too much heat. And, well, I already put the system spec, but this AMD FX quad core 8 point. No, it's not. My bad. It's a 3.8. My dyslexia kicked in. This did not overwhelm the case because of the thermals, because there's not enough airflow in this case. But in the long run, he want to do some mods. I will show that in near future videos. So I'm running on the inner edge, not on the fan shroud where the screw holes is. I'm gonna adjust the camera hopefully, or I'll do that later. So I'll make sure it's not covered this fan shrouds. That's why I'm pointing out. And hopefully, you know, easy access, all that wonderful bubble, whatever I'm pointing at. So, oh, finally I did get the camera angle. So pretty much you only could see the top where the copper on the RBG lighting, right to the right. There's a screw hole there, and the one same thing down there. I want to see you could still have access on it, and you could still unscrew it, pop the panel out, and also make it look clean and nice. So far I think we did achieve it, and this is with a battery pack. See how, you know, bright the case is, and it's already starting looking good. I was thinking about putting a Molex connection to the RBG lighting. That way I have my soldering equipment there. But I changed the plan to have something in mind, something unique. So I put the, like I say, the glass panel on, and it's already have this tint to it. Sorry, the glass panel doesn't look clean because I had to take off the paint off of it. Because when I got this case, it was nasty. It have black paint on the glass panel and DB wells on the front panel to cover more of the lights. And behold, a secret hidden USB hub I'm gonna put in a case. The audio I do not need, but I need the USB hub right here. So I'm gonna take off the panel or the plate off of this and salvage what I can out of this. So it looks like it's all clip and play here, so it'd be perfect. Have an extra USB header right there I'm gonna plug in, and you can hide this USB inside a case, so it'll be a stealth type of setup. So let's take things apart and try try to get it out. So I'm trying to figure what's the best way. I know it has some ground connection to it, so I'll just rip those off. Yeah, just pluck those plucking the wires off, because I don't really need it. I should, but it should be fine. So I'm pretty much had to pry off the little clips here. So this is gonna take a moment, and I'll speak to you in shortly. And finally, we're at this point, ripped it off, and I noticed I have a capacitor in this USB hub. So, that might come handy with us as this damn camera focus. Focus, damn you. You know what, zoom in. There you go. Yeah, there you go, problem solved. Anyway, like I say, capacitor will help the RBG lighting perform a little better, because I've never seen a capacitor on a USB hub. This one's off the older computer case I saw this from, so it might actually help out the RBG lighting, which not put too much strain on the motherboard, but it doesn't take that much power really, because we're talking about milliamps, and that 3 foot only will probably go take about I'm thinking about somewhere around 250 milliamps. And translation to amp, about 0.2 amps. So, and I'm gonna put stress on the motherboard. The motherboard could output like 1 amp solid. So you're not worried about frying out. When you get a little bigger, then longer enough past, I know certain RBG lighting strips, about 6.5 foot take about 500 milliamps or half an amp, so that should be plenty enough for anyone. Depend your motherboard, because some motherboard doesn't output that much. Just make sure your motherboard can handle it before installing like a 5-volt system RBG lighting strip. But you could go all around, you could go to 12. I went to 5 because it was easy, and somewhere around the neighborhood I could pick up from like Walmart or Five Below store. You know, it's a store we have over here, say Five Below. So I got that from the RBG lighting from. You could get it anywhere. I know Walmart sell them. I know other stores sell RBG lighting. Or you go Amazon or eBay, get RBG lighting. I'm not gonna put links and stuff where you get it. You should know where they're at, presumably. But hear me just try finesse with needle nose pliers, because you want to pry it out, but take your time at it. Don't grab the board, the inner board, and the USB, because if you do, you snap it. But after some prying it out, you can see it's coming out, slowly and gently, and you could push the rest of it out of the case. So now I got my hand on it. a better easy grab and, you know, take a closer look. At least it did glue the wires on them. So I'm like, that should be fine. So this setup, you got two USB. That'd be all one board, but they done that way. So now let's just break this part off, so I could push the rest of it through, because I'm not reusing this part, because it's gonna take some room, and I don't have any room behind the case to stall it. So I'm just trying to wiggle it, finesse it out some more. So this can't break until it finally fit through the hole. So see, I'm making the hole bigger, peeling off any rough edges off, and finesse it out of the case. I shouldn't break the whole case really, but I might need it in the near future. I seriously doubt it. And again, I was surprised I using this USB hub, because I was like on a whim, on the fly, think about not using a Molex connection. Let's use a motherboard connection, the headers of it, because I do have an extra USB hubs from other cases I salvaged. So let's use that. So I'll make it a hidden USB hub, because the case hold 8. About 6 on the back on the motherboard and 2 on the case. Let's add 2 more. That's all. So here I am, get that good old electric tape, and I'm using, you know, your typical electric tape from 3M. So all I do, just wrap it up really good, because I don't want any exposed connection. And this was the tedious part. I took my time at it. You could do whatever you guys want to do. Just make sure you're not grounding out your USB to the case. You might fry your board out, your motherboard. This case, you want a little sandy wrap, I should say. Like, can't wrap it until it's like thick, so you don't have to worry about rubbing or wearing out. So you just want to protect the board itself, really. So this is going to take a moment. Okay, after we finished wrapping this bad boy up, did wrap it right in the middle, you know, protecting the capacitor. I don't really need to, but I want to make it a little nice and neat at least. So I'm gonna have to clear out the USB connection just a little bit, get some knife. And I'm using a safety knife, because I know some of you guys, oh, you might cut yourself. Can you see my hand? Can you see my left hand? I already got cuts. I'm fine. For you guys, I recommend just play safe. But if you're like me, professional grade, you do what you feel right. Just take a cautious steps, as to say. If you did hurt yourself, just do the proper cleaning it, disinfect it, and put a band-aid on it, and you're good to go. So I'm just clearing out the electric tape out of the USB hub. So this took like a moment. Just slice it off nice and slow, taking my time at it. Yeah, because you don't have to take my route. I know some of the USB is exposed to the case, but it's this ground, so you don't have to worry about that. The one you have to worry about is the board itself on the USB hub, the back of it, I should say, because you don't want that grounding out on the case. So we go make a test fit, make sure everything's good. Yeah, that one's good to go. And then next one, I need a little finesse, it seemed like. Let me make sure I'm lining it up. Now we're going to connect the header to the USB hub. And I'm going to use number 2 junction. So I want to get a little bit closer to the front case. This is going to give me a few little micro inches. So my finger's in the way, but I am plugging right there. So make sure it's well seated and well plugged in, like I do here, and let it run, close to the nearest to the along the line of the board. And here I am showing where it's going at. I like how this case got the nice wire management hidden off here, so you don't see that much, except the USB one, but we're gonna get that shortly, so bear with me. We're not done, we're almost there. But now we're going on the other side of the case, pop that bad boy off. And then the wire management on this side is not too bad. It's not clutter, it's a little bit clean and easy on the eye. So we're gonna run it through here, and you can see the fast route right there. Here, let me just get the USB for the RBG Lighting USB down. Run it through the case, right behind the wires. And then continue running down. This did took a moment. I just make sure I'm not binding, or I should move all the wires out of the way, but I'm, like I say, kind of lazy. I'm like, it'll be fine. I could zip tie this later. And again, in the near future, it could be upgraded. I'm just like, save my zip tie later. So moving on to just wiring it down, all the way down to the bottom of the case. Now, it's not a very big case. This is a small case. It's not a micro, it's just a medium-sized case. It could hold a full-size graphic card, so it'll be in the near future. Make sure the wires all plumb and routed, all that good stuff. Now we're trying to route the, I think we're, get the USB header through. So let's take a little finesse and moving stuff around. I'm probably need to adjust the camera shortly. Do I do it now or later? Damn it, me. Where you? Adjust the camera. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Yep, there it is. See, and now I'm routing the USB headers there. And this is going to be the secret compartment of a USB header. So, let me get the camera final adjustment. Let's take a moment. Just it more. Thank you, me. There we go. So I'm going to run right through this. Hidden away. People will never know except you guys and Gabe and me. So I'm not pinching the wire, I'm just kind of, I have enough room to get in there, I just have to wiggle it in there. Because I'm too lazy to, like I say, move the wires out or unplug the wires. After I got in, it wasn't too bad. It didn't cut nothing. It was fine. So, get a little adjustment inside of the case, push it through more. And then I'll run the wires, or I should say run the USB header behind the wires. So I'll just kind of finesse it through it. Some of the wires is a little stubborn, but at the end it was fine. See this little bit of encouragement here and there, and bring that USB from the RBG lighting strip connected to the header. And besides, you still have room to connect more into it if you decided to put white light or RBG or green, whatever your fancy is, or you just put a wireless controller USB hub or connection, whatever you want to call it. See, not too bad, not too shabby. All run underneath, out of the way. So when you do install the fan underneath this case, or whatever you want to install it, it should be out of the way and the wires should be pushed in a little bit more. Because it does have a reasonable size for a 120mm fans could be plugged down the bottom of the basement of the case. And you won't even notice it, you can't even see the USB header. Nice and clean and, you know, neat. You see the RBG lighting strip, all nice and neat, not getting away in the screws. Running underneath the case, around the fan shroud, and the sensor right at the edge out there, so when you use your remote, it's not going to block it, or the single's not going to be blocked or whatever. So I think this is a nice clean setup. And plus you have an extra USB hub hidden in the case, you can put something on it, whatever floats your fancy. For Gabe, he probably put an RBG lighting strip, so I won't put any stress on the motherboard. So this is pretty much the finished product now. So this is how you install your RBG lighting strip with the extra USB header. Yeah, the gasket came off, of course, during the video footage, but after that, you see, closing it back up, it seals it. Well, I hope you like this little mini series of DIY project and mods and custom build whatever. And hope you'd like making your own little decisions, making your own mods, give you ideas, help you expand your horizon of your customize and modify. This is Arc Dragonblade signing off. You all take care.